Welcome and hello. This is the third episode of No Answers podcast.
Third episode.
Third episode. That's good.
Mhm.
I'm Trey,
Kiko, it's your boy Kiko.
it's your boy, and we also have English there on the knobs and Terry
As
behind
usual.
us, the bird. And nobody got back to us on what we could replace him with, so Terry's staying.
For now. at least. Well,
we-
yeah.
That's
I love Terry though. We
not
can't get
very
rid of him.
loyal here at No Answers. I might be replaced at this point. So today on the docket, we got entertainment stuff. We're gonna talk about sports, and we're gonna talk about some stuff with Childish Gambino's new stuff.
Yeah.
So we should probably get into that. We can go ahead and
Well,
dive into
start.
that right now.
Let's do
So Childish Gambino, know and love him. Or I don't know him personally. God, that felt real for a moment.
It did.
I
It
misspoke,
really did.
and then I dreamed.
It's okay. It happens.
It does.
It does.
So Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, who had previously quit music in 2016. I hit the mic. Good start.
Oh boy.
Released a song called "This Is America" about 4 days ago, or 5 days ago now because it's Friday.
Technically.
And it's got a lot of people talking. Like there's a lot of buzz about it. We just watched it a few times to kind of get it in our systems, to be able to like really dissect it. Let's go like kind of dive into
Yeah.
what we
Let's
thought.
do it. I mean,
What did you guys think? First of all,
it was pretty. It sent a really loud and clear message, like where America is now and like how people live, and all the gun issues we have, and like it was. I think it said in the beginning something about partying or something.
yeah,
So like, I mean, if you think about it, that's what people, they live for the weekend.
right, and like the lyrics themselves felt very like shallow, which is not very much like him. It's
No.
kind of anti everything he stands for.
Yeah, it does.
I thought it was interesting that the treatment of the guns in the video were interesting. It felt like he treated the guns better than people.
Yeah.
So after he I don't want to spoil it, but like after he used the guns
Yeah.
each time, like they were placed gently in a red like cloth.
Yeah, I know.
It was just very like guns are treated with care when people just lost their lives. It had allusions to that church shooting from Dylan Roof back in 2015, 14. I think it was 15.
Yeah.
With the choir.
Yeah.
I mean, it
yeah,
was
that's
just
right,
like
yeah.
it was stark, and
It's scary.
it's not a fun song. It's not a song that you enjoy. Like
No.
I love Childish Gambino, and I won't be adding this to my iPod because it's not a fun song. But he didn't make it to be enjoyed.
It's not a song you put on your car and drive and be like, yeah, this is my
Right,
jam. Like,
right. And
it's-
if you do, then I think you're missing the point.
he's clearly sending the message of what America is right now.
What it
with all
values.
with all these gun issues. Like innocent people are being killed every day for no reason. You can't even go to school now. Like kids go to school to try to get their education, and they don't know if they're gonna get shot today or not.
Right, and that's
And-
such a
But
stark
that's America
contrast,
right now.
yeah, to what we had
yeah.
when we were growing up. I mean, it was
It's-
just like
yeah.
when Columbine happened, it was world news for
Yeah, it was like,
It's
oh
world
my
news,
gosh, there
which
was a
is-
school shooting. Like now it's just like, oh, another school shooting today. Oh, okay.
yeah, and it's dangerous because we're becoming numb to it, and
It is.
But like, yeah, to your point about the kids, like I mean, in the video, these kids are dancing. They're in like Catholic school clothes,
Yeah.
and they're dancing, and all this wild, crazy violence is happening around them,
Yeah.
and they don't seem to notice it all
No, they don't.
because it's becoming like this thing that we don't.
It's an everyday thing now. Just like
Yeah.
you turn on the news and it's, oh, someone got shot today. Oh, someone got shot today.
Right,
Just,
and it's-
just the way it is. I don't know why it is, but
And it's we keep hitting this mic. Yikes! It's because it's lower now.
it is. We lowered it.
Yeah, we're
Sorry,
trying to
Kyle.
make it. I think our sound is going to be better this week.
Yes,
by
our
the way.
sound will be better this week.
Tyler here went the extra mile.
Mr. Genius.
Mr. Genius. But yeah, so one of the things I had read about it at one point was it was talking about how, he's doing all these different dance moves and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and it's distracting from what's happening. But how it's also understandable that you would want to pay attention to that over the violence.
Yeah.
But not to let yourself become almost like a victim to it. Like, so don't, I guess if you're going to let stuff distract you, let it distract you because you want to be distracted, as
Right.
opposed to like letting it be like wool over your eyes, basically. Because it is like sometimes you just want to watch somebody dance as opposed to watch what's going on around you, but it's also almost naive to do so.
It is.
But there were so many messages. Like I know that I'm gonna listen to this tomorrow and be like, oh, I missed that other thing. That
No,
you did.
I mean you can
'Cause, like,
definitely
there's
keep
so-
watching
you
it.
could,
Yeah,
like,
and
there's so much
you'll
to
learn
dissect in
something
that.
each day. About,
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
oh
really.
my gosh, like, I didn't even think about that, or I didn't even realize that in the video because there's so much going on. That's what the world is. There's so much going on that we don't know what's going on. If that makes sense. It's
Yeah.
like we don't pay attention to stuff.
Yeah,
It just
and
happens every day on a daily basis.
yeah,
All these horrible things that happen in America for right now. For I don't know why it's happening, but it's the reality of America right now and the world where the world is going.
yeah. I think well said. I think
Thank you.
we could probably just wrap that up with he's a phenomenal artist. I think he's made a lot of critiques of culture and society and art, and the very thin line between all of those things, but also violence, and how that violence kind of threads in and out of all of those things too, at least our culture, and it's almost celebrated.
It is.
But it's definitely worth checking out. Again, it's not an enjoyable song. Like,
No,
it's
it's
not.
not.
And for people who are, easily like, it might be, what's the word?
Offended?
No, not offended, but
Taken back? Surprised?
yeah, I guess surprised.
I mean, yeah, I was surprised when I saw it. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I've never
Right.
seen the video. I've never seen the video like that before.
Right.
Like, it talks about,
Yeah,
like we just said, the reality of America right now and
right.
everything that's
So,
going on.
Yeah, so if
So
if
it's
you're easily,
taken back.
yeah.
Yeah, I
What
would.
is that word?
I don't
They say it
know.
in the news, like they'll say like graphic. If you're
Oh.
easily like affected by like graphic images and stuff like that, then be mindful of that, because it's not pleasant. It's definitely not PG, but it is worth watching just for.
Don't show your young children if you
Yeah, I
have
mean,
young
I think
children.
I think it's a phenomenal song for what it
It
is. and what
sends a
it's
very
trying to say.
powerful
Yeah.
message.
Yeah.
It definitely does that.
Yeah. So well done,
Check
Donald
it out.
Glover. I mean, again, we miss so many things that it's we could unpack it for hours, but we're not.
We could.
We don't have the time to.
We do not
So,
have the time here.
but hats off to Donald Glover. He's doing amazing things, and I'm glad that he hasn't quit music yet, because he's
Yeah.
still got a lot to say.
He does.
So
Clearly.
excited to- yeah. So all right. So let's move into sports. What's going on this week?
Sportsman. So we got the NBA playoffs going on still. We got the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference happening now. We got the in the East, we got my Boston Celtics. Terry Rozier over here doing his
Terry
thing.
Rose.
Scary Terry is his nickname. by
Is
the
it
way.
really?
Yeah, Scary Terry. He's got
Terry.
T-shirts and everything. It's pretty
Oh
cool.
my
It's
God,
like
wait.
the Grim Reaper. Yeah.
You're telling me that there's T-shirts for our bird?
They're all I'm Terry Rozier. But yeah, anyways. So
We have to get T-shirts.
we do.
Can we get those? Can we
Order those?
expense those out? The T-shirts?
Yeah, we can. English said he'll buy them.
Thanks,
Is that
man.
right, English? Thank you, English. Such a nice.
Let's set up a GoFundMe.
Yeah, GoFundMe. Help us
Give us
buy
money.
T-shirts.
Don't do that.
No, it's
Um,
So the Boston Celtics beat the 76ers last night.
Okay.
So they are going to be moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Nice.
They will be playing the Cleveland Cavaliers.
okay.
King James. Bring on the king.
LeBron.
LeBron. That's right.
Hey.
LeBron. Hey, there you go.
I'm doing
Get a
good.
clap for that.
It's no Brad, but he's, somebody just lost in Boston. Was it
The Bruins.
the Bruins?
The Bruins.
And I remember somebody was saying it was surprising because the
Yeah.
Bruins are really
They
good
were
this
supposed
year.
to have a good team to win, but I don't know.
Okay.
Marshawn Lynch was licking guys. Have you heard about that? He's one of the defensemen, and he was just
Okay,
like,
that's a segue. Oh,
Did you hear
Lynch,
about
he's funny. I like him. He's the one who's like, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
No, that's
That's not Marshawn Lynch?
no. This is Marshawn Lynch is the football player.
Yeah.
No, this guy plays hockey. I forget his name. Bergeron. No, that's not Bergeron. He's a short little guy. I forget his name.
Wait, did you not just bring up Marshawn Lynch?
No, it was a different guy. I think. I
I swear
probably
he
messed
just
up
said
his name.
Marshawn Lynch.
I probably messed up his. I don't follow hockey that much. He licks other players though.
He licks. He licks other players. That's how you recognize him. He's not Marshawn Lynch. He licks.
No, Marshawn Lynch plays
He's
football.
not Marshawn Licks. You brought him up. I swear. Let's replay that. I swear he said Marshawn Lynch.
Did I really?
I swear you did, because I know that name. I know him. He's
His
funny.
name is I know, but oh my god, I don't even know I'm trying to blank right now. I can't think of his name. He plays
Football.
hockey. No, he plays hockey for the Boston Bruins.
Marshawn Lynch plays football. He's just here so he won't get fined.
I'm here, so I won't get fined.
I love Marshawn
Well, I
Lynch.
messed that up. Whatever. The Bruins, they're done for the year. They're garbage. So
Okay.
God bless them.
Oh
Good
man!
luck next
Wow,
year.
that's a strong stance. on the
Yeah, it
Bruins.
is.
Bruins are listening. Like, what did I do to you, Kiko?
Oh, they
What
let
I
me
do?
down. They let the city of Boston down.
Yikes.
Maybe they should start playing hockey instead of licking other guys.
You didn't let me down, Bruins. I love you, and I know for one that Bruins are bears. That's a little known fact. That's my fact of the week.
They are bears, but
Bruins are bears. A Bruin is a bear.
guess what? They didn't play like bears. They played like cubs, little scared cubs that lost their mommy.
Are you trying to get us to go viral for the wrong reasons?
I'm sorry, but I'm passionate about my sports, and I am not a huge fan of hockey, but I do like the playoffs, and I do support my Boston teams till the end. And when they don't come out and fight, they win the first game in a blowout, and then they lose 4 in a row. To me, they're not bears. They're cubs. They're lost little cubs looking for their mommy. And maybe they'll find her next year because they're done.
I am uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
I feel like we're gonna have them.
I had to
burst
get
in
that
here.
out.
And,
Sorry, my people.
they're larger than us. I don't know if you know that.
They are. But again, they're
Super
not
confident.
bears.
I just want to clear my name, Bruins. We're cool, me and you. I've never seen hockey, but I imagine that you guys are
Listen,
like ballerinas out there on the ice.
Kiko Fresh speaks the truth. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, God bless the Bruins. Yeah, they gave it a good college try, but
Notice that I also didn't say that. I just wasn't calling them Cubs. There is that line there. There's that kind of middle ground there. What you're saying is you have to be. Let's move on from that
just
because
show
I'm
some
scared.
pride. That's all I
Did you
ask.
crack your watch?
No, I didn't. It's just a little. No,
What is that?
it's a screen protector on it. That's what it is. I gotta go get a new one.
A new screen. Why?
Yeah, because it's peeling off.
Why don't you just take it off?
Maybe I will. Maybe later. That'll be for the next episode.
Oh, also, let's just say real quick, we're gonna do something with the intro, and so let's just say
So you guys won't be seeing Trey anymore doing this little weird thing
this
he
is
does.
this is the last week.
Last
Okay,
week.
enjoy it.
Next week
okay?
we'll have something good.
Eat it up. I didn't know I was being recorded and that it would stick around for posterity. I didn't know that. Okay, in my defense. Also, if you look, he isn't on the same beat as me, so
I'm not.
Let's laugh at him.
I was stirring up a drink.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
So
Mixing something up.
I can
Something good up.
I can dance.
Yeah, you can. Maybe.
Shut up.
Sorry.
The next segment we're going to talk about is Kiko's Thoughts. This is a new segment. I'm really excited about this one. So Kiko here has become locally famous over the years for his very poignant Snapchat stories. So, which is actually how we got the idea for the podcast in the first place. He would kind of have like a very short, thought of the day, and not every single day. It was just whenever you felt the drive to it. So this segment might not happen every episode. It'll happen when he feels, called to do it. But it's usually going to be very poignant. We may spur a conversation or two from it, but we'll see what happens. So Kiko's thoughts.
Kiko's thoughts, man. My thoughts of the day is, I think it goes back to, I think I talked about it to you earlier. I don't know who you're talking to, but
I hit the sorry.
You hit the mic. So Tyler shared a video with us yesterday.
Yeah.
About time and how important it is, how every day we lose track of time and we waste time a lot, and it's like how we cannot, no matter how much money you have in this world, we can never buy time. You just can't. We can buy other stuff, but you can't buy time. So it's one of those things where it's like, time it's precious, it's a gift, and never take it for granted. It was just on my mind because it's a big part of life. Like, how are you going to use your time wisely to make a difference in your life and to other people's life, and be productive with your time and just not sit around and like a bum and do something positive with it, basically. So that was kind of my thought of time.
Absolutely.
How precious it is.
I really liked in the video, like he was talking about, like he was basically taking all of the things away. Like he's basically saying this is the amount of time you have, about 78 years.
Yeah.
Is that about right?
Yeah, about 78
About
years.
78 years, and then he was like, okay, a third of that you're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
You know, however much is
It was
in
like
traffic,
grocery shopping,
right?
yeah, driving,
Doing all these other things,
yeah.
and he's taking it, and so basically what you're left with is 9 years, which doesn't sound like a lot. And
No,
it's because it's not.
It's not.
And it's like that's what you have left, and so that is really at the end of the day the most valuable currency, because like that's something that you can't get more of. You can get more money, you can get more blah, 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 whatever,
yeah,
but you can't get
you can't get time back.
you can't get any more time. So I think it's a really cool message. I think we're gonna link the video in the description.
I recommend go check it out.
Fair
It's really
warning,
positive.
fair warning. Really good video, really good message. The piano in the background is awful. It's really, I was gonna bring it up.
I know
it's
you were.
really, really bad. So just we don't endorse the piano, just the message.
The message. The message was
the
is
message,
good
not
enough.
the music.
Yeah,
because it's very overpoweringly like.
it was.
So, but no, I love that. That's a really good thought. There's also another one. Actually, I'm gonna give him the link to what's his name, Zay Frank, I think. Who is a popular comedian who's done such videos that have circled the web, such as Sad Cat Diary, and he does the facts videos. It's the guy who does the silly voice that sounds almost like Morgan Freeman, and he does like the funny
okay.
videos about
I know what you're
animals, like the
talking
fact
about.
videos.
Yeah.
It's that guy. He did a kind of a brief YouTube stint where he would do kind of like motivational videos almost. And
Yeah.
he does one similar where he uses like M&Ms, I think.
Okay.
So we'll link that as well. But it's a good concept. It puts it all into
It makes
perspective.
you like want to really sit down and think about it. Like, wow, like
Right.
where's my life going?
It like budget your time in a way, because you
Mhm.
budget your money. You
Yeah.
sit down at
You do. Think about it.
however many times a year, and you go, okay, so like what am I spending? Am I overspending in certain areas? And it makes you want to do that with your time too. Like, am I spending a lot of time doing this thing? And it also brings me to one of my favorite concepts, in that it is not a good concept, but like lost or sunk cost fallacy, which is the idea, and gamblers deal with this, people in bad relationships deal with this, and it's the idea that I have put so much of my time and effort, and I've invested so much into this thing that I can't just drop it now that it's not giving me anything back.
Yeah.
So it's the people who are keep putting money in the slot machine, and they go, well, I put $100 and I have to keep going because I haven't got anything yet. I have to win, or else this wasn't worth it. I've lost $100. Well, now you've lost 200. You keep going. Now you've lost $300. If you had quit back at 100 and just let it go, then you wouldn't have lost so much. And it's the same kind of thing. So if you sit down and evaluate your life and budget your time and realize, there's this thing over here that's sucking up a lot of my time, my limited time, and it's not giving me anything, or it's not giving me what it did back in the day, then I think it's time to evaluate that and go, is this something that I want to continue prioritizing? Because
I think that's the big question: is people need to realize when should I stop? Like, when's enough? Enough. Like you said, like, oh, I put $100 in, but oh shoot, I'm almost there. Like, let me keep putting money in, but you're losing. Like, why are you going to? Oh, I hit the mic again. Like, why are you going to keep on doing something that you're not succeeding at? Like,
Right.
You need to stop, think about it. Is this helping me?
Right.
Is
And
this gonna
reevaluate. Absolutely.
Yeah. Is this gonna make me a better person? Is this gonna make a difference? Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not winning here. I'm clearly losing. So
Right.
I might need to stop and think about it.
And also, too, almost as a tie-in to that, like, let's use gambling as an example. Like, if gambling's supposed to be fun, like if you go in there with like a $20 minimum or whatever, and you're, let's say you do have 20 and you're losing a lot on the the penny slots, and so you've only really lost like $2 so far. But if you're not having fun anymore and you're now just stressing about how you haven't won in a while, then like that's another good reason to drop it. Like if you haven't even lost that much money yet, but you're just no longer having fun, that's another reason that I think if you're not getting fun or enlightenment or any kind of
enjoyment out of it,
right? If you're not getting anything,
why you keep on doing
out of
it
something, then why?
Yeah, why be
continue
miserable? Why live a miserable life?
To invest? Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
That's
So
what I say.
yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that we've been trying to do is we're going to try and cut our videos down a little bit and be a little shorter, a little more bite-sized, or as the candy company calls it, fun-sized.
Snack size, maybe?
Nope,
Fun size?
They go fun. It's Snickers, right? It's tiny little Snickers. They call them fun sized.
I thought it was if you're hungry, grab a Snickers.
We're talking about different things.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we are.
Satisfied. Yikes. So we're gonna wrap up there. The song of the day is a good buddy of mine, Charles. Charles Mosley. He had an album that he released. It's amazing. It's called Judgmental.
It's very good.
Yeah, he's a rapper from my area, from back home in Alabama.
Alabama.
He's from Selma.
Good old Bama.
He's one of my favorite people. He was my roommate in college. I love him to death. We had such a great time in college, and so, but yeah, about like 3 days ago, out of nowhere, he sends me a link to his song, and I was like, I had no idea that he was making music. Anyway, he's great, and we're gonna have him on the show eventually. I told him to come up.
We'll
have him on as a guest. He's a great guy. Check him out. We'll link him below. Yeah, so the song of the day is going to be the song he sent me was Amistad. So Charles Mosley's Amistad.
Go check it out.
Song of the day, absolutely. That hits us at about 21 minutes right there. We good. So we're gonna wrap it up there. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week
on another episode.
I'm Trey.
I'm Kiko.
And that's English. Thanks for joining us.
We out.
How do you?
We got
genuinely
this.
Can't.
We died.
I feel like since we're on episode 3, we can avoid rolly chairs. I think we should get those. I'll foot the bill. How much are rolly chairs?
Rolly with the devilish. Yeah.
I feel like our entire set shifts every time we leave.
It does.
God.